You know, the last time I saw three of myself, I got sent to the psych ward. Welcome back. Steven got infinitely hotter.
It's just me.
Let's say just. You're the star of our homecoming episode.
I do need to talk about how immediately when another man took over my position, y'all gave him a mic.
So, anyways, can I shamelessly plug for a second?
Shamelessly plugging is my middle name.
That's true. It's Daniel Shamelessly Plugs Jarvis.
And for those of you who are watching this, you know that it's because I proselytized you too.
You're watching because he did.
Yeah.
that's
you only
the
know
answer.
about his channel because I begged you to subscribe.
It's good. Yeah. Oh no, I'm too much in his. Let's switch it. Oh no, I gotta. There we go.
Get out of here, bro.
That'll be fine. Yeah. So I've been doing the bad movie reviews.
Yeah.
And I've come to a conclusion about the types of audiences there are out there.
Yeah.
TikTok gets it.
Yeah.
95% of the time. YouTubers get it 5% of the time.
Yeah, because that's what I've heard is go on TikTok and then come to YouTube and bring your following with you.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. But
Well,
I don't have TikTok. I'm too old.
The people on TikTok, they'll like comment on one of them and be like, "Yeah, man, sick review." And then I'll go to YouTube and someone's like, "You call this a review? You don't even know what you're trying to say. Like you're just saying words and you stutter too much." And like it might be good and watchable if you cut out like half of it. And I was like,
dude,
thanks, you missed the joke.
Yeah, dude, that was the first videos when I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
Yeah,
a lot of the comments were like, "Yeah, this is not really good. You should." And they were giving all kinds of.
And you respond with, "Thank you."
I did
Every
I said,
time
hey.
you gotta.
I was like, "Hey, man,
It's the best way
I
around it.
appreciate you."
There was one dude who
Appreciate
was
you watching
just
the
mean
channel.
enough, and I'll tell you what I responded with because I thought it was very funny. There was a guy who basically was like, "Do you really believe that this was good?" And I replied with, "Look out, everyone! Johnny Video missed the joke." So that was pretty cool.
You know what's a joke that I didn't miss?
But
Spiderman, No Way Home.
so for Christmas I bought Jarvis an improv class.
Yeah,
It's to help him hopefully understand how jokes are structured.
it hasn't worked yet.
No.
But
hasn't.
before we get to anything else, I think we should introduce ourselves.
Seeing my nose in the corner of your screen's bothering me. Switch to him.
Yeah. But this is Full-Time Movie Fans. Appreciate you being here. That's one of the hosts. His name is. Do we get your
Sybil's
name
husband.
this time? Sybil's husband. And I am not Sybil's husband.
You better not be.
Nope. It's not.
Oh, because you think that she's not worthy?
Yeah, what's that
I didn't
about?
say
What's that about?
What's that about?
Wow.
What do you have against my wife?
She's nothing.
Spider-Man No Way Home. We're talking about it. Jarvis says actually
We're
wanted to talk. We probably have like 6 different episodes go by where Jarvis actually wanted for us to do.
I know.
No Way
I was
Home.
like, because at one point when we were talking about the movies, which we do sometimes, like, hey, what movies are we going to do next? You were like, hey, let's do Spider-Man. And I was like, okay, which one? You're like, the trilogy. And I was like, great. And so we recorded 1 and 2, and then I was like, 3? And you were like, nah. And I was like, nah. Okay, well. So now it's finally happening. You guys have been asking for it, begging for it. So here we are.
You've been
We're doing
asking
it.
and begging for it.
Yeah,
I'll be
well,
honest. I think what happened was that we did the first 2, and then my brain went, I can't, I don't know how.
Well,
to
you didn't even
recall
do
any
one of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Sybil, your wife, who is awesome, but who is your wife, not mine, is
starting to sound like a bad movie review over here.
She did the Homecoming one, and it was great, I thought.
Yeah.
So.
Which
And
is,
then you did the other
which is
one.
why I can't do any of them because that one was so good.
No Way Home is one of my favorite Marvel movies ever.
Michael did ask me if I wanted to do this one, so he didn't have to recall it today.
Well,
So my first impressions of Spider-Man No Way Home, I saw it in theaters, and surprise, surprise, I'm sure everyone here who's watched some of the videos will know, I hadn't watched the other two before watching the third one.
that's a bad habit that you have.
Just for Marvel movies.
Oh,
I don't do it for any other franchise.
I feel like that's not true.
Like
but
you asked if we wanted to do a review of Gladiator 2, and I said I haven't seen Gladiator, so I'm not gonna do that.
yeah,
And I don't want to.
yeah. I don't really want to do a Gladiator 2 review, to be honest.
Same with some of my. Have you been watching the bad movie reviews?
Yeah.
My favorite bit right now is doing I did it with Moana 2, where I was like, yeah. So anyway, I haven't seen it, but this is my favorite bit. And for
you have seen
Mufasa,
this.
I did that too. But I've seen this one, yeah. My first impression of it, as I was getting to before you so rudely interrupted.
Yeah, my bad. Won't happen again.
Thank you.
For the next 30 seconds.
All right, start counting. I went to a movie theater, and I got popcorn and watched with my wife, I think, and we had a great time, and we saw 3 Spider-Mans. It was great. That's why it's called Spider-Man 3. They're just telling you how many Spider-Mans there are.
She wasn't your wife at the time, though.
No, she wasn't. She was not my wife at the time.
Did you watch the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man before?
Neither of them.
Nope.
Neither
So
of them.
that's-
I've only watched the Tobey Maguire ones, all 3 of them, multiple
that's what I'm
times.
saying is like, I feel like there was another movie, I can't remember right now, that you watched
It was Endgame.
before. Yeah,
was
and you
Endgame.
just didn't. The moments don't hit hard for you because you don't have the previous movies that laid the foundation first.
I having watched them all now, I can tell you that I could make a general assumption of what was going on and understand.
Yeah, probably.
And I did during the time. I remember watching Endgame being like, damn, this is good. I wonder if the other ones are this good. I'm not going to find out, though.
Yeah, there's in the MCU, there's a lot of really good movies. This to me is like, it's like top 3 in my opinion because
Of the Marvel movies?
Yes, because of the feelings that I experienced. Because when I rewatched this a couple weeks ago, I rewatched it, and man, it just hit all the emotions for me. Like, I cried a lot.
So it's top 3, but all 3 Guardians movies don't make it to top 3.
Or maybe you're wrong about that. Maybe
Okay, so here's how the Marvel movie universe
that's
ranks
true.
for me,
I'd kind of forgotten about.
You got Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Sonic 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are, I kind of feel like they're so different. They're kind of like, they don't feel like Marvel
James
movies.
Gunn movies.
Exactly, they don't feel like Marvel movies. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, I do.
So
I definitely know what you mean.
We're just brushing past Sonic 3 being in your top Marvel movies.
I stand by what I said.
it's in all of his top 3 lists.
It's a top 5 movie for sure. And for Drivers, it's top 10. We established this.
No, we said 20.
We
or
said
20.
it was top 10.
No, we didn't.
I remember because I
Go fact
repeated
check
it.
this. I'm gonna go. Here's
You
what I'm
should go back to the Sonic 3
timestamp.
review. And yeah, you should. Actually,
I
no.
will.
Viewers, you timestamp this. He said top 10, no less. 1 through 10, it's in there somewhere.
All right, I'm gonna.
Where does it rank for you, Sonic 3? Where does it rank for you? Is it a top 5 movie?
I'm not going to say no because you're staring at me.
You can say no.
I don't think I
Is
can.
it top 10?
I'm not going to say no.
I think. So I'm gonna pull the video up after we're done recording because I'm pretty sure that I said top 20.
I'm very certain I swindled everybody into top 10. For
Okay,
Steven, it's
we'll
top
find
5.
out. Yeah.
For
Top 20
Sybil,
for
it's
me.
top 5 too.
But No Way
Top 5
Home.
movie all time.
Okay.
No Way Home. I established this in the Homecoming episode. Spider-Man is my Sonic to you. It just holds a very deep spot of, like, it's a big part of my childhood. I really love the character. I connected with the character. I've seen all the Spider-Man movies.
I will say,
I like it.
It is the
a
best
lot.
of the 3.
It is. because to me, there's a fine
disagrees over
line.
there.
Oh shoot! I never gave my first impression.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
He cried. I'm pretty
I
sure.
cried.
I'm pretty sure we saw
I
it like
cried
a
a
day
lot.
apart from each other too.
Probably. I saw it as soon as I could see it.
Yeah, because I remember you being like, "Man,
Dude, so good.
gotta see this."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah."
I really I guess I would say that there's definitely some bias just because I love it. I've tried to listen to people talk bad about it, and I couldn't do it for very long because I'm like, you're wrong. So to me, when it comes to like fan service, it's a fine line. It's a tightrope that you walk between way too much and just perfect. And for me, this was just perfect. I think the movie that I hate the most, the Rise of Skywalker. That was fan service in the worst way.
Yeah.
In the absolute worst way.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it was like one or two people that
I
were
wouldn't,
like,
I wouldn't
Rey
even
and
say
Kylo
that's.
should
I
kiss
wouldn't
each
even
other.
say that's fan service. I
Ray
don't
and
think people were
Kylo
asking
kissing each
for it.
other. People wanted. There were some people that wanted that.
You stop this right now.
There were.
I read a lot. Like this was peak fan fiction time. This was like the only thing people in fan fictions like wrote about was they wanted them.
There were definitely better people to kiss. in that movie.
That's what I'm saying. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely. I think Chewbacca should have kissed the freaking Porg.
I think Chewbacca should have kissed his wife from the Star Wars Christmas special.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's the worst because I think they did. So Rey and Kylo kissing, giving Chewie a medal, showing the Knights of Ren, but they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Because people were like, what about the Knights of Ren? Can we see them? So he showed them, but for what?
Yeah.
So fan service.
And all three Spider-Man kiss in this movie, so.
Yeah. And yeah. They all wear open-toed shoes.
Yes.
For Quentin Tarantino.
All three of them.
And Michael.
And J. Jonah Jameson got his feet pics.
Yeah, he did. He
From
demanded them.
3 different Spider-Men.
Can you imagine?
That's crazy.
Dude, like Christmas Day for him.
We know Spider-Man's identity. We can tell from these feet pictures. That's how the movie starts.
From his private collection.
From his private collection,
yeah.
These are the toes of Spider-Man, which is also the toes of Peter Parker. You match up the toes from the Spider-Man shoes and then toes from Peter Parker in flip-flops.
Yeah.
That's how they figured it out.
Beautiful.
And that's how they did figure it out. It wasn't Mysterio. It wasn't Rey Mysterio.
No, it was not. It was the all the little piggies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh no! I have to say the joke now.
Oh, you have
joke
to.
I thought about. And that's why it's called No Way Home.
Oh, because all the little piggies.
And this little piggy went wee, no way home.
Yeah. Yeah. So it had all of the Spider-Man actors. We had Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and we had Tom Holland. Yeah, he's in the closet. He will be coming out soon. to Sybil's chagrin. Welcome back. He had to take a time out from his own bad joke.
Hey, buddy. Sorry, I had to.
It's very
30 lashings in that room over
Yeah.
there. That one was
30
atrocious.
30 eyelashes in your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulled out one by one.
So yeah. Spider-Man No Way Home. You liked it? I loved it. I thought it was
I liked
was
it, and then I
perfect.
went back and watched it again in theaters and went,
There's some aspects again of the movie that you don't understand the significance of because you've not watched Andrew Garfield Spider-Man's.
like the significance of with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
And
we'll
which
get
is
to-
funny because Sybil and I talked about it, and it was, I think we both stand by that. It's not the appropriate time to pull that one out.
I thought it was great. I actually really liked that how they did it.
I think it was a fun little twist on the way that
It was very twisty.
the originals happen,
Very twisty.
but I don't think it was earned.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it so much. Mine was blown in the theater. But we'll get to that part.
Yeah, so we got 15 minutes for me to remember all of what happened in this movie, and I guarantee you right now, do not place bets. You will lose. I don't remember small details. I know the overarching story.
Yeah, started off. Off.
The dead speak.
That's
That's
the Rise of Skywalker. Gotta go fast.
The dead speak. Mysterio. He tells everyone Spider-Man's identity. It's a high schooler named Peter Parker. So don't show his feet on the internet. I think that's illegal. And
yeah, J. Jameson backed off once he learned he was a high school kid.
yes, he did immediately. Because he's not a weird guy.
Yeah, he dumped all the hard drives.
So Spider-Man, Peter Parker, same guy. Did you know that? They go to the only person that they know that can do anything cool, Doctor Strange, and goes, "Hey man, I need people to forget about me being Spider-Man."
And that's set up because his life is literally ruined. Everybody knows who he is now. He has no ambiguity, which most teenagers don't want ambiguity. They want to be in the spotlight.
I mean, Sybil doesn't want to be perceived ever.
Ever. Don't look at me.
Yeah. I'm glad I can.
That's why there's no camera for her. She doesn't want to be seen.
Except for that one time.
Except for that one time.
Yeah.
The main problem was all of his friends were going to college, and they denied him because there was like a security risk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's just like any situation these days. You've got people that take one side or the other, and a lot of people were saying that he was a murderer.
Yeah.
And even if that's not true, just the fact that it's out there doesn't make you look good.
Right.
And so MIT was just like, yeah, maybe you're not a murderer. You're probably not. But also, we
We're
just
not
don't want to
gonna
be
take the risk.
associated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when
There's no reason to take the risk.
it's like when Disney heard about James Gunn's old tweets, and they were kind of like, "Hey, you know what? Maybe we should see other
I think
people
Disney
for a little
needs
bit."
to take a good look at itself
Yeah,
because there is some really old Mickey cartoons that.
there's a lot of that's a different video for a different time, but there's a lot of like weird subliminal stuff and
Yeah. Did you know
These
Donald
movies.
Duck's a fascist?
makes sense.
Anyways,
I've always had that
so-
feeling about him.
So Doctor
He
Strange.
gave off those vibes.
Doctor Strange goes, "No kid, I can't. No can do. I'm dealing with bigger problems over here." I don't remember what the bigger problems are. But
There
also,
was snow.
it's
There
weird.
was snow in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
He's no longer Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh yeah, so he
was,
can't just
because he was
do things.
blipped.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Peter needs some help.
Real bad. So Peter goes, "Pretty please," and Doctor Strange goes, "No," and he goes, and then he batted his eyelashes. And he said, "Ugh, "Okay, come on,"
Yeah,
and then
that old Peter Parker charm.
yeah, and then
Oh
and
my
then he
gosh,
starts
I'm not
doing
gonna
the
say that.
spell, and Peter's like, "Whoa, will people like forget about me entirely? Like, will like nobody remember me at all?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's kind of the thing,"
Yeah,
and interrupts the spell multiple times.
yeah, because as he's going and thinking about it, he's like, "Oh wait, actually, this person." Rewatching it, I was just like, at that moment, just say everybody that you want in that one moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it
Teenagers,
was just,
I
it
guess
was
he's
just
got,
too much stuff.
He's got teenage brain.
He got overzealous.
Yeah, he was like, oh, this person. Oh, then this person. Oh, then this person.
And then ruined the entire thing. And then people,
so
time rifts, interdimensional rifts.
Yeah, so the spell got messed up, and apparently everybody that knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man
Yeah,
was
is
supposed
now
to
coming through to
forget. Yeah, they were
things.
supposed to like forget, but the multiverse got all jumbled up.
Yeah, and then we got the villains, lots of them. They're coming out from everywhere, and
Yeah,
all of them from all the
best
other
ones,
movies,
all the best ones.
and the worst.
Yeah, one of the worst.
Which one are you referencing?
Which one are you referencing?
All right.
Yeah, I can tell you who I'm not referencing.
Doc Ock.
And Green Goblin, because those two are the best. Those are the two best
Again,
Spider-Man villains.
I'm coming to realize more and more that Willem Dafoe has his place in movies, and
Willem?
it's to overshine everyone else.
Dude, dude, that is my sentiment. I literally, like, in my opinion, after watching and thinking about No Way Home, like the first time I watched it, and even to this day, it still just stays with me. Willem Dafoe, in my opinion, stole the movie. And right behind him was Andrew Garfield, in my opinion. Like, those two, like, their acting is so incredible, and their moments are just so good. Like, the Green Goblin has always been phenomenal. Like,
and he only got the
Willem
one
Dafoe.
movie.
Yeah, but
Willem
like,
Dafoe's grown
he
so
always
much
had
since
the
then, too.
best lines.
Oh yeah,
Always had the best. What was the one from the first one? He was talking about how everybody, the thing that people love more than a hero is to watch a hero fall. That whole monologue, so freaking good. And then the way that he goaded Peter in this movie at the end, and like was just like, he was like, "Hey man, spoilers. I didn't kill your Aunt May. You did." I was like, you
yeah, he's
jerk.
good at that,
dude.
He's real good at that.
And even the line that he said, he was like, what did he say? He was mocking him too. And he's like, what did he say? He said, you're strong enough to have everything you want, but too weak to take it. I was like, golly, bro, those are some of the baddest lines.
You're forgetting one of his most popular lines from the first movie.
Yeah.
Which is, "I'm something of a scientist myself."
Yeah. Which is also, it was in this movie too.
Yeah.
That was one of those, that was one of the fan service ones that almost tipped over to the side of like, that's too much for me.
Yeah.
But,
over for me.
it made it, yeah. That one, I was just like, it was like, for me, it just saved itself. But again, that's because I'm biased and I love but Willem Dafoe, dude, this
Wonderful.
guy, dude, one of the best actors, I think. He's so good.
Top 10 actor.
Top 20 actor.
Right above Sonic 3. So Spider-Man has to wrangle up the villains.
Willem Dafoe was Robotnik? How would you feel about that?
He should have been Gerald Robotnik.
Yeah.
That would have been very good.
Jim
Carrey should have. Jim Carrey just needs to play all the characters. That'd be a crazy movie.
He could do it.
He probably shouldn't do it. So Spider-Man has to wrangle up all the villains, including Dr. Ivo Robotnik, and bring them to the funky wizard dungeon, where they will be sent back to their dimensions and probably killed, because that's how their lives happen.
Yeah.
What villains were there? I forgot.
We got Dr. Octavius.
Otto Octavius.
Dr. Otto Octavius. We got Willem Dafoe. Jamie Foxx. I don't remember half these people's names.
Electro.
If you can't tell.
Yeah.
Sandman, I know that one.
Yeah.
And the bad one, the alligator guy.
Hey, we agree.
Okay, great. What
Dr. Kirk Connors.
Killer Croc.
No, the lizard. The lizard. Killer Croc is Batman. Batman villain. But
no, he's from Suicide Squad.
okay. Tomato. Tomato, potato.
Peter wrangles them.
Right. Well, in between all this, Peter is trying to appeal to the recruiter from MIT.
Yeah.
To say, hey, look, don't punish my friends for me.
Yeah.
They deserve to get in. Mm-hmm. And he goes and chases this woman down.
Yes.
On a bridge.
Yes, which is just
and she's on her way
so
to
happy being attacked.
Yeah, I feel like, I guess, but you don't really have a lot of choices, but that's still kind of a weird move. Chasing her down in the middle of the highway.
Yeah.
But then that's when,
the right move.
Here's the thing.
Always chase somebody down on the highway.
Michael, no.
There are certain things that the Marvel movies have done that have been very, like, amazing. And that's creating excitement in the theater. People cheering, getting excited. They did it with Infinity War and Endgame. Cap getting Thor's hammer was amazing. People stood up and cheered, and their minds were blown. It was everything that all of us nerds wanted to see, right? Mm-hmm. This was the same thing, even though it's hard to keep secrets in Hollywood and stuff these days. But the reveal of Doc Ock, like with the the tentacle coming up through the bottom of the road,
Yeah.
pushing cars over and all that. Dude, that feeling and just being in that crowd, it was electric, dude. There's not a lot of times you get to experience something like that.
Is Mr. Electric.
Yeah.
That's his name, right?
No, that's Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah. We should do that one
You
next.
telling me that
my favorite.
Jamie Foxx wasn't that in Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Who was that?
I've never seen that movie.
George Lopez?
Yeah, they're the same guy.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So yeah, Peter saves this person's life, and
Doc Ock's trying to kill him because he doesn't like Spider-Man.
it's like, see, I'm not a bad guy, and Peter captures him, puts him in the thing.
Yeah, he uses the Tony Stark's nanotechnology to take over Doc Ock's not as sophisticated tech, and saves the lady who's like, "Hey, thanks for saving my life. You're in."
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. And in the interest of time, he does that 5 more times,
Yeah.
but with all different storylines and Willem Dafoe being a crazed old man. He's just a harmless old guy. He doesn't want to be crazy.
Dude,
But the voices.
But the thing is, dude, that's the thing though, is like he's so great at being Norman Osborn too.
Yeah.
Like when he's at Feast talking with Aunt May, like you're just like, oh my gosh, this poor guy. You know he's the bad guy, but at the same time, like his acting in that moment, you're just like, dude, this poor guy. Like somebody needs to help him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Somebody
I believe
get
him.
Willem a bowl of soup or something.
He did finally get a chance to actually like do something with
Yeah,
the
true, because the
which
character
is
didn't
nice.
do a lot in the very first Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He barely did anything.
Yeah.
I think it was redemptive for a lot of characters. I think all of
All
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Killer Croc.
That's
Finally
what I'm
got
talking
his-
about. Like,
No.
This thing.
Not Killer
Mr.
Croc.
Electric.
yeah.
No, the Dr. Octavius was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
love
He's
him.
the fact that he was like, yeah, I don't like these things doing this. Please help.
My gosh. And then
Was awesome.
okay, so like this movie creates moments that like make you feel.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm
And
saying.
that's
like,
what
what's a
happened with
good-
Peter. Is Peter sat there and he was like, I don't want all these guys to go back to wherever they are. I want to help them. I want them to possibly have a chance at a better life.
Yeah, because so what happens, guys, is Peter is going to so Doctor Strange gives him puts magic on his webs and he says, okay,
Steven, if
shoot-
you will.
yeah, Steven. Mr. Strange.
Yeah, Mr. Strange. Please,
says-
Mr. Strange is my father.
Yeah. He gives him special magic webs to web up the enemies that should not be there. And so he takes over Doc Ock. He's the first one to go down. And as they start collecting the bad guys in the dungeon, they start communicating with each other and they realize, oh, I got sent here right before I died. And so, but Peter, when
As
he
you
sees,
do.
yeah, Peter sees that with MJ and Ned, and they're like, wait, if you're just going to send them back, they're going to die. Like, Peter's a good guy. He's a good guy.
I like to think that it was like not moments before their death, but like milliseconds before their death. So he's like, I'm going to rehabilitate them, and then they'll go back to their time and be fine. And so they get back to their time, and it's
I will say I thought
Immediately.
That too. I was like, there's no
there's
way
like
that,
no reason.
there's no way that you could take them out any point.
It's
right by
probably
the time.
exactly the reason why Doctor Strange is like, it's not worth the time, dude.
Yeah.
It's not really worth the time at all. But
Yeah,
it
so
is,
technically he
morally
was right.
speaking.
So technically, Doctor Strange was right.
Technically.
As he usually
I'm
is.
pretty sure that's what
They still died
was supposed
anyways.
to happen.
That's your headcanon.
But Peter did a
But-
prison break anyway.
Well, it wouldn't only need to be that the villains were rehabilitated. Their Peters would also have to have that knowledge that they were rehabilitated to.
Yeah.
In those split milliseconds.
And they can't be there at the same time. That'd be
Exactly.
stupid.
That's crazy. So
So he
Dr.
prison
Strange-
breaks them.
yeah, because Doctor Strange gets the magic go back home box, and
And Peter steals it.
Peter steals it
And,
like a boss.
And all of the villains at the same time. And
We
they go
got-
back to his apartment.
Well, before that, we got to see Spider Sense for the first time, like the comic book accurate one with the little wiggly lines above his head.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. So I ran out of air at the end of that sentence. I needed to breathe
I
one
was
more
trying
time.
to push so many more words in
So
between
many
sentences.
words. So many words. I have so many words for No Way Home.
So they go back, and the three brilliant scientists are trying to work with Tony Stark's technology to try to help them solve all their problems. And then Electro,
Yes.
is like, what if I don't want to change? What if I like who I am?
Well, before that, I think it was
You're doing great,
Doc
honey.
Ock. Doc Ock was like, we don't need to be. He's like, there's nothing wrong with me. And then he got fixed, and he was like, actually, this is kind of great.
Yeah.
And then it was Willem Dafoe who was kind of like, hey, you know what? Oh, well, we got to see the Spidey sense thing again, right? So Peter's whipping up all the healing potions, and then all of a sudden the camera zooms in on him, it's very focused on him, and he's looking around like something's wrong. And all of a sudden, he webs up Green Goblin's hand to the thing, and then of course he turns into the Green Goblin again. And like, oh, that spider sense is something else. And then he
Spider-Man.
yeah, and then he says,
You like that one?
and then he says like, hey, we're gods, we have power, we don't need to. There's nothing wrong with us.
And then everything goes wrong because the villains are released in a New York apartment. What else was going to happen?
Yeah, they busted out of there real quick. The
Yeah.
only thing that confused me was Sandman. I was like, don't you want to go home as soon as possible? Like, you staying with Peter would be the quickest way for you to get to your end goal.
You know what, Jarvis? Don't think about plot holes. Think about the feelings that it makes you feel.
Well, like, no, his made sense. It was just him. He didn't trust anyone. That was his problem from the beginning of the other one with Peter. Is that Peter was like, I could help you.
Yeah, but didn't he watch Peter help Dr. Octavius?
Yes, but that was his whole problem from the first movie. He just was very not trusting.
Yeah, okay.
That was
Yeah,
his, like,
thanks, Sybil. You fixed it. I have no more complaints about this movie.
perfect. I'm
Damn
glad
it.
I could be of service.
Foiled again.
Yeah, so they all bust out of there. Dude, one of the coolest fight scenes in the whole movie, Green Goblin and Spider-Man literally pile driving each other through.
You gotta say it. You
Floors of
gotta
an
say it
apartment
like Green Goblin. Spider-Man.
You do the
Spider-Man.
You do the
Goblin.
impressions.
Spider-Man.
That's your.
Hey, it's me, Green Goblin. I'll get you, Spider-Man.
That's the exact. That is Willem Dafoe to a T.
So bad. That was
If you
so
close your
bad.
guys, if you're watching, close your eyes when he says that. You immediately think that Willem Dafoe's on podcast.
Give me a different villain. I'll
Silent and
give
we
me a
gotta hear
different
it.
villain. I'll do their voice.
No,
I'll
you
redeem myself.
Do Venom.
I'm Venom.
Perfect.
It's the same voice.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy, bro. You know what? When I was a kid, I used to do a Chad Michael Murray impression. You know who that is?
Yeah.
From One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
I
Can
used
you still do it?
I used to do it to impress my sister's friends. Because Chad Michael Murray was
Did
hot.
it work?
You ready? No, it didn't. No, actually, they did laugh and they loved it. They'd ask me
Okay,
to
that's
do it.
good. I like that's good.
You gotta
I would
do it
just
now.
do that. I would just do this. I'd do, hey, I'm Chad Michael Murray, and that was
Very
it.
good.
That was good. That was good.
That's very good.
So his eyes are more squinty than my naturally Asian eyes. So
Always has something like dirt in the air. He's like squinting.
hey, I'm Chad Michael Murray. So
Spider-Man.
So it's perfect. It's
She
literally
loves it.
it's literally
She's
perfect.
dying over there.
I married you.
Dude, someday hey, you're gonna one day you're gonna be like, hey, I need to talk to you about something very serious, and then you're gonna be like,
Spider-Man.
It's
No,
the
do you
new
want to know?
Hulk.
There was one. Yeah, there's a joke I used to say all the time. We're getting off track, but there's a joke that I used to say all the time. They would reset her brain, put her in a better mood. You ready for it?
yeah, I'm ready.
What does the Swedish count say?
What?
Yonk.
It did. It worked
Every time.
I could be so upset or like so sad or like having an anxiety attack, and all of a sudden,
Yonk.
got me.
And what was even better was for a long time she would try to do it after I did it, and she could
I
not.
can't do it.
You know who needed a hyunk?
Oh. Aunt May.
Because everybody escaped.
Spider-Man.
Not everybody.
Everybody escaped. So
Everyone escaped except for Aunt May, who got brutally crushed by a building.
Yeah, I mean, again, the fight scene was amazing. There was one part where Peter was like literally sitting on Green Goblin's shoulders, punching him in the face repeatedly, and he was just laughing like a maniac.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy is
It's
actually crazy.
Pretty crazy.
But then they get to the ground floor, and Aunt May shows up to try to hit him with the healing potion that they made for him.
And instead she gets hit with cinder blocks to the head.
No, she gets hit with this glider with sharp things on the back of it.
Very reminiscent of the first Spider-Man.
Yes, and
where the
I
Green
remember
Goblin got hit with the glider,
but
spiky things on it.
I don't know how you. I want to ask. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but like my experience watching that, I was like, because she got hit with the glider, and then I was like, she got up and she was just talking like normal. I was like, okay, she got hit way harder than she's like feeling it. And for a while, I thought, oh, she might be okay.
This is where we learn that she's actually a Nexus being. Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
that They exist in
Or
the
an anchor
reality.
being?
Or an X-Men.
Not an anchor being, because then
No, not an anchor
it
being.
would have
No,
these are very
That's Wolverine.
confusing concepts.
No, that's Iron Man.
that's yes.
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 Yeah,
No, he's made of iron, not anchor.
yeah.
Silly me.
Anchors are made of
Silly
iron.
me.
Silly me. My bad.
But did you guys believe for a second that she was gonna make it?
No.
You didn't?
No,
No.
Really?
It felt very like it was leading up to that. Like that was the moment.
Like
Yeah.
there was a second for me that I was like, okay, she might be okay, but it was just the adrenaline.
Yeah, and then she hits you with great power becomes great responsibility.
I know, which you guys didn't like, but I did because it subverted expectations.
We'll
and I
talk
was
about
like,
it.
And I was like, this is his origin story. Like, this is where he gets, which I thought was genius because we all just assumed.
That's what you do. You fight a cosmic god, and then your
then
your
you
aunt
realize-
dies, and you realize you're a superhero.
You realize after years of being a superhero that oh yeah, this is the reason I'm a superhero. After only
I
being a
understand that it's
superhero
the
for so long.
responsibility thing.
It was just
It was,
the
Right.
it was his growing up moment.
Right. Yeah. It was the start of his. So the things that they changed is Peter had a pretty crappy life before he became Spider-Man. This was the beginning of his crappy life when his Aunt May died right in front of him in his arms, and then he got shot at. And then, that's where his world. So to me, because we, like when we first saw Spider-Man in Homecoming, we're just like, oh, we know. We've
Yeah,
seen
Spider-Man.
We've seen Toby. We've seen Andrew. Uncle Ben died. Great responsibility.
Uncle
blah,
Ben's
blah,
not
blah.
here, so maybe it already happened.
Blah,
Who
blah, blah.
knows?
Exactly. So that's the assumption. So for me, the fact that I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening now. That's what I've been wanting is just like to see a story of a person, and then we get to see like, oh, we're
She's
not
nodding. You don't
actually
see
at
it,
the
but she's
beginning.
nodding.
yeah.
Like we were seeing the stuff before the what?
That's exactly what Spider-Man was missing. Women dying.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh.
that was the joke.
Yeah, not enough.
That's
of
what
them died.
Jarvis has been wanting this whole time is more women dying
Please.
in Marvel.
Yeah, we don't need any more Uncle Ben's dead. We need
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
Aunt May's.
Get Aunt May out of there. Get Scarlett Johansson out of there.
We love
Who
white
else?
women in Hollywood.
Who else? Who else is Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
Also dead. They just
Gwen.
they're killing all the women off
They kill almost all of the women
They
off,
really are.
specifically.
Captain Marvel's still alive
for now.
for now.
Ish.
Anyways, I got rush through this. We'll get to your important moments though, I promise.
Oh, we better.
We just did.
No, there's more important moments that I need to talk about.
So Aunt May dies, and goes with great power, blah blah blah, whatever. And then he goes, and then goes and hides, and no one can find him. And Ned has the rings that Doctor Strange has. I don't remember why. Something happened. Jarvis will tell us.
yeah, his grandma told him that he heard from his grandma that they're magic. Their family is magic.
Oh, okay.
And they got the ring from I think the basement.
Oh yeah, he stole
They
it.
stole it,
He
yeah.
stole it.
He stole it.
I
when
remember now.
We skipped. He trapped Doctor Strange in the mirror dimension or the
Yeah.
whatever dimension, wherever they were.
Yeah.
And he stole the sling ring so he couldn't get out. Gave it to Ned. And Ned and Zendaya, dude, this scene is so great. Zendaya
It is a really good scene.
is probably one of the best
They're like,
actors.
we have to find him.
Yeah. Zendaya is probably one of the best new actors that I've ever seen. Every scene that she's in is phenomenal. But this is where we got to see.
I also liked her in Shake It Up.
Yeah, this is where we got to see
Peak.
our first non-Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah, they go, we got to find him. And Ned goes, show me Spider-Man. Show me Spider-Man.
Show me Spider-Man's feet.
Show me Spider-Man's feet. And then he opens it, and there they are. It's Spider-Man's feet.
Attached to the rest of them.
And he walks through, full mask on, and then he pulls it off, and it's Andrew Garfield, because that's exactly what Spider-Man does when he sees strangers, is he pulls his mask off.
You could tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's.
I know, I mean, that was the fan service moment.
But
whatever.
you could tell from the suit when he jumped through.
Yeah,
like, oh, that's
not a big deal.
Andrew Garfield. Did you freak out, Sybil, when you saw Andrew?
I didn't freak out. I was excited.
Fake fan.
Did you know that he was in the movie?
I kind of knew.
I screamed like
I think everybody
girl.
kind of knew, but they weren't 100% sure.
We went the night it opened.
Yeah, we went the night it opened.
Because you said we had to.
I didn't want to get spoiled.
I also didn't want to get spoiled.
So we went the night it opened. I got really excited, of course, because it's Andrew Garfield. It's a dream.
All right. Calm down.
Love Andrew Garfield.
And your husband.
We all do. We all do.
Anyway, back to the
And your
story.
husband.
And so I got really excited.
No.
She's like, yeah, my husband Andrew.
Yes, I love I'm talking about.
So yeah, and then they go, "You're not Spider-Man." And he shows that he's Spider-Man.
Didn't the rest of the theater go crazy when he first showed up?
Ours didn't.
Really?
No,
Ours was
they
very
didn't.
quiet.
Oh my gosh, mine was like
But
cheering.
you go to Casablanca. We go to Flicks, and
That's
Flicks is
true.
very hello.
Very respectful.
Yeah, Flicks Brew House is very respectful.
Oh man,
Don't throw you out.
Casablanca went crazy.
I love it. I love Flicks.
Dude, I was cheering.
I did go to Casablanca to see Endgame though, and I will say people were rowdy.
Dude, I'm telling you,
When
they
I
get
first
excited. I love that. I love the energy though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
No, it's fun. It's got its moments.
So Andrew pops through. There's fun moments with bread and
Yeah.
sticking on the walls.
And it's Andrew Garfield, so like.
And Tobey Maguire shows up. He does it
does.
again.
Yeah.
And then Ned's
They
like,
got two Spider-Man.
and then Ned's like, oh, it's just some random guy. And I think a lot of people, some people might have got offended by that. They're like, how dare you?
Nah, it was
Some
funny.
people
Besmirch.
did. It was really funny. I saw online
right?
on Reddit, people were like super upset. They were like,
Some
they just
ra-
wrote
I
him
was
as
so
a
happy
random
about
guy
it.
as the
Some
first
random
line.
guy.
It was good.
Put some respect on
The only
Tobey's name.
Spider-Man that doesn't have to make web fluid.
Yeah, they made him oddly overpowered with that one.
He's
little
so
thing.
cool.
Dude, but that made for some of the best bits, I think. Like later
Yeah.
on, dude, Andrew Garfield was hilarious with his facial expressions when he did the web stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect. But anyways,
So they're like, hey, we gotta go find our Spider-Man, and they're like, okay,
The real
well,
Spider-Man.
what just happened? And Aunt May died, and we know where he is, the school, because that's where I would go.
yeah, because I asked him like, "Where's his sad spot?"
Yeah.
And then he goes, "It's right here." No, I'm just kidding. She's like, "I know where he is," and of course,
Yeah, there he is.
there he is,
And they show up with two more Spider-Men, which is
bro.
a weird thing to just
But-
get bombarded with after your aunt dies.
But it's just like, dude, for someone who
it's crazy.
I haven't actually thought about that. Can you imagine? So you're like the person, your only family member dies,
And then two people show up, and they were like, we're also Spider-Man. Our uncles died.
Your girlfriend just brings two men that are you from another universe and say,
No,
"No,
no,
it's all
No,
right."
they're just two dudes in Spider-Man outfits to you at the moment.
Yeah.
They've not proven anything. And they show up, their friends show up, and they're like, hey, are you doing okay, buddy? And he goes, no. And he said, well, if you turn your head over there, we got your Make-A-Wish, buddy. Two more Spider-Men. Just what you were looking for. And he goes, whoa, that's crazy. Your aunt died too? And they went, what? No. That's our uncle.
no, I
That'd be
have
fucking
to,
awful.
dude. I have
Awful
to.
if our aunt died. That's... Oh, no.
Oh no!
I just made another stupid bit. You like the idea that they're like, oh, no. We'd kill ourselves. Stupid.
Poor Peter Parker.
Anyways, he's like, yeah, I was
No,
trying
I-
to save all these villains. It was a bad idea. I don't know
No,
what to
I
do
gotta,
now.
I gotta say, for me in the theater, watching,
It was a very sweet moment.
Well, watching Toby and Andrew like come down from the top of wherever they were, jumping down, being Spider-Man, like was super cool.
Were you crying? You laughed too hard at that.
I did start crying, yeah.
Man, who would have thought that women dying would make you laugh so hard?
Specifically Aunt May.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, I'd kill myself if this happened.
He goes, "Hey man, our uncle's died too," and he goes, "No, it's Aunt May." And they go, "Oh,
Yeah, my Uncle Ben already died. My Aunt May died tonight.
that's rough."
Yep.
So
Yeah.
where are you staying?
Man,
Yeah, it's,
The I lost my Gwen moment or I lost my MJ thing
yeah.
was really sweet though.
well, there was a lot of those moments where you could tell it was very human. It felt like because they're just like they were very gentle with him. They spoke what connected them when it was ready. They didn't just beat him over the head with it, right? off the
Yeah.
bat. You know,
I have to finish Jarvis. I have to finish this, and I'll make it very quick. You ready? The 3 Spider-Men, they go, we got to get these villains, and then they go to a construction site, and they do. That's the movie. Oh yeah, and then they all have to forget about Peter, and then they all disappear back to their times and places. And nobody knows who he is anymore, not even his girlfriend. So I don't know how their relationship works anymore, but I don't think it does.
Yeah, it doesn't. And that's sad.
the movie. You can talk about the MJ part now.
I'm gonna talk about all the parts.
Oh, okay.
because they're also that's what I'm saying is
No,
like
they're all good.
they're very emotional. Like every scene that I saw with all 3 of them was perfect in my opinion. Like
I do wonder what somebody who doesn't have the nostalgia goggles of the other 2 Spider-Men feel about this movie. I know that that's a really hard thing to find these days, but I really do wonder.
I have one. My
'Cause
little
I loved it.
sister didn't watch the other Spider-Man movies.
No, true. That is true.
She's 4 years younger than me, and so she never like really bonded with them.
So
And
this
one-
Spider-Man is her Spider-Man.
This Spider-Man's her Spider-Man, but she's also not a Marvel person. So whenever she watched it, she was like, it was okay. It was a little convoluted. Too many characters. It was okay. That was about it.
And that's the consensus.
that's a completely different universe away from
I will say
what I experienced.
that this movie feels less like an independent story and more of a fan service movie. Like everything
Sure.
that happens in this movie is catered to the fans.
For sure.
And I'm not saying that as like a bad thing. I am saying that as like in a story sense, it's kind of
You know what?
overdone and just has too much happening for it to be like something cool and interesting and different. But other than that, hey man, 3 Spider-Mans is fucking cool.
Yeah. So I'll say this. Clint also, he's like, I think what he said was it loses points just for being a fully fan service movie.
Okay.
And I think so kind of along with what you said, like, plot, it's mostly fan service. But for someone who, like I said, is completely biased towards it and loves Spider-Man, I couldn't have asked for a more perfect movie for me.
Yeah.
Like-
No, I get that.
It hits all the notes, everything that I wanted to see, like seeing all 3 of them act together, and they're all different and unique. They're unique Spider-Mans and Peter Parker takes. They're all still super funny. Like I said, Andrew and Tom like freaking out about the web from Toby.
Yeah.
Ned saying, "Hey Peter," and they're all like, "Yeah," and he's like, "No, Peter Parker. Yeah, we're all Peter Parker." Like all those moments, like I cannot tell you how much joy seeing that brought me. Like, hey, do you have your Spider-Man suit? You're just gonna go out like a cool youth pastor? And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got my suit." Like every single line, them talking, their moments on the Statue of Liberty where they were just shooting the breeze, talking about, "Oh my, I've always had this back thing." Oh yeah. No, you are amazing because he didn't fight a cool alien. Like I love that. and I know it was for them as actors because they've all talked about it in interviews, but it just felt like friends, like brothers hanging out.
I mean, how could they not be? They're the only 3 people to have ever played Spider-Man on screen.
Yeah. No, there was others. Yeah.
Not on screen, right? I thought the rest were animated.
Yeah, they were all.
No, there was a Japanese Spider-Man who was played by a real person.
That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Forget about that one.
That's actually awesome.
I think there's those old early
50s?
late 80s. Yeah, there's one somewhere.
like there's
I'm sure.
like they did the Superman back in the 50s.
Yeah, I think the Japanese Spider-Man just runs everywhere.
That's awesome. That's actually really awesome.
You should. I think you would dig into the lore of
I should.
a Japanese Spider-Man.
Bad movie review coming up.
Dude, you're gonna love it. Speaking
Spider-Man.
Wait, I like the idea for bad movie review that you say you're doing the Spider-Man movie, but don't say that it's not the main
I
one.
just don't say which one it is.
Don't say which one it is. And
Yeah, we're talking about Spider-Man.
and then just play a clip at the end of him speaking Japanese. Oh, dude, because you know what they treated like? They treated like Power Rangers, so he fought
That's
dude, I'm serious.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it's just too all the moments where they Peter 1, Peter 2, and then Andrew Garfield's like Peter 3. It's so much fun. They all the moments where they were web swinging together and they helped each other out. The way they all landed in their unique poses. I just ate that shit up. It was like the blood in my veins. It was giving me life.
I'm gonna say something controversial. I think this was after this movie, the downfall of Marvel. You can't beat all of the fan service from this one.
It's
the movies went downhill starting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I thought Shang-Chi was pretty
So
good.
it was a TV
nice
series you're talking about.
Like a couple. There's I think maybe 3 other movies, and that's
There's a few. Yeah, there's a
the
few.
rest are awful.
Yeah, there's a few that are oh, that was pretty good. It's not reaching the heights of
any of the other ones.
Yeah,
I just want
but
Captain America, the first Avenger movie. I want that from the beginning.
yeah.
Iron Man, the style and everything like
To
that.
be
Everything's
to be fair to Marvel, I think it's hard to keep that magic. I mean, especially when you make that many good movies that people love, then all you get are strong critics who expect excellence every single time. And I think making good movies is difficult because there's so many bad movies out there. Dude, you're gonna
Is it racist if they make the eyes squinty? I have to show you this.
Yeah.
I have to show you this. It's so ridiculous looking.
I think it is racist.
Dude, I think after this you're gonna go down the rabbit hole and it's gonna be your new Sonic thing.
It's a TV series.
Dude, I'm sure you're gonna watch something.
He was a motorcycle racer.
I think
That
we
got
need,
Spider-Man powers.
t-shirts of
Yeah.
this.
No, I don't think more people need to see
I think
that.
more people need to see this.
The first episode of this Japanese-produced Spider-Man series sees motorcycle racer Takuya Yamashiro gain the powers of Spider-Man. With his new powers and the help of Marveler, he transforms into Leopardon in order to defeat Professor Monster and his evil Iron Cross army. There's a lot of phrases.
How do you get a better? How do you come up with a better villain than Professor Monster?
That's the first episode. Professor Monster. Yeah,
Dude, genius.
Well, with the help
genius.
of Marveler, Spider-Man turns into Leopardon.
yeah, what's that mean?
I don't know, but it's very Power Rangers-esque.
Dude, I'm
Does feel like Power
saying,
Rangers.
if you watch one
And there's
episode, you'll be
no
hooked.
footage of this that I can find immediately.
Does it say where you can
Which
watch
is
it?
awesome.
It's definitely on YouTube.
The translated text. Immortal hero Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, it's just talking about the first episode. That's crazy. Whoa. His father was a space scientist but killed by Professor Monster. There's so much happening
I
in
think
this.
Dude,
we need to
I-
watch this,
This is
Michael.
I'm
This is
sorry. I'm
crazy
sorry, Sybil. I
awesome.
think he might be.
I'm interested too now. This is sounds
Yes.
fun.
Welcome back to Full-Time Movie Fans. Today we're talking about the Spider-Man TV show from 1978. Where
Dude, I think
where
I
Spider-Man's a motorcycle racer whose dad's a space scientist who gets killed by a guy named Professor Monster.
I'm so hooked. Let's start. Forget we're
And so,
watching Avatar.
with
Let's
the help
forget about
of
that.
Marvel or whoever that is, it turns into the Leopardon, whatever that is,
Dude,
to take down Professor Monster.
I have a feeling that the next time I see you,
Oh
you're
my
gonna
god,
know all
I'm
the
gonna
lore
know
of
too much
Japanese.
about this.
I feel like
There's
I'm
a
gonna
rabbit hole to go down.
I feel like I'm gonna have to go home and watch some of this stuff just to
Just so you know.
just so I can talk to you a little bit next time I see you. I feel like it's gonna be your new obsession.
I've been given blessed knowledge. And there's look at this picture. What is this?
Bro, after this, we're gonna watch a clip of it. We're gonna watch a clip because you're gonna fall in love.
Oh my god.
Even more.
This is so insane.
Okay,
His
okay.
outfit is so stupid.
Let's finish.
Oh, look at it! It's the Leopardon.
Wait, he gets a gun.
Just a mech suit.
I told you it was just like Power
Oh.
Rangers.
Yeah. Watch it in theaters.
That's
my rating.
Let me ask you this: do you have any fun facts for No Way Home?
Yeah, there's 3 Spider-Mans in it. They tried their very best to hide it from everybody, but there was no way to hide it.
There's my favorite interview ever. Like I watch it whenever I'm sad. It's an Andrew Garfield interview, and
Yeah.
and the interviewer is like,
They
hey,
should be worried about Andrew Garfield, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, it's
true.
He's so good at hiding the fact that he was going to be in it, and then
Oh,
then
yeah.
the interviewer said, "Hey, so I knew you were going to be in it beforehand." And Andrew's just like, "How did you know that?" And he goes back and shows a clip of Tom Holland at an interview saying, "Man, that like shoot where he's saving MJ from falling." He's like, "Well, that shot was so cool. I mean, I wasn't there."
Yeah.
And
Come
yeah,
on.
and you see Andrew Garfield just.
And it's my favorite interview ever. That's I will
I've
say
seen
from this
I've seen that
movie.
video.
I love it.
It's
I saw the
funny.
leaked pictures from the set. Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
I mean, people were like, I don't know, they might have just done that as like a
PR.
ploy so that
Yeah.
people might think
Throw
that
people
there's
off the scent.
Why
yeah.
would they do that? Why would they do that and then not follow through? Because then people would be angry.
Well, you know what? I feel like a lot of like movie studios are making like they're putting fake scenes in the trailers to throw people off these days. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're not. That's not what's happening. I can tell you what exactly is happening. They when they shoot movies, they give the raw footage to the person editing the trailer before they edit the movie. And so all of the scenes, including the deleted ones or like the alternate scenes that they shoot, because sometimes they do alternate beginnings and alternate endings.
Yeah.
Like they did with Everything Everywhere All at Once. They had alternate beginnings and endings.
Yeah.
I can show you later. I have the book. You'll love it. And so the guy who's cutting all of the trailer together doesn't know what's going to be used and what's not going to be used, and so they throw in whatever makes the trailer look good, and because the studio hasn't finished cutting the movie yet, they go, yep, that's good, we're going to use it, and then that's how we end up with scenes that are in the trailer that aren't in the movie. That's like an industry standard, which is stupid in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just wait.
True.
Final thoughts.
But anyways, I don't know. I was still surprised pleasantly when I watched it.
Yeah.
And saw
If
Andrew
you
and
want,
Toby.
if you want, we
I was
can
very
play the
happy
game
about
real
it.
quick. How much
Oh.
money did it cost?
a lot.
Take a guess. Take a stab at it.
Okay, wait. What's
It's going to be less than you think for a Marvel movie, but way more than a regular movie.
200 million?
I was gonna say like 275 million.
Okay, so you're a wizard today, I guess. That's right on the money, 200 million.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
shoot!
How much did it make opening weekend?
Opening weekend.
Yeah, opening weekend.
950.
That's
Million.
crazy.
She got it again.
No, go ahead, guess.
Did it make?
What?
Did it make a million?
Did it make $1 million? Listen to yourself, Jarvis.
The
Oh,
budget was
$1 million. Sorry.
Were you thinking $1 billion? Is that what you were
No,
thinking?
no.
This movie make $1 million its opening weekend?
No. Sorry.
Silly question, Jarvis.
100 million.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
260 million.
Golly, bro. People
really
love Spider-Man, dude.
But how much did it make in the box office worldwide?
Oh.
It made like
I'm
didn't it
gonna
make like
stand with mine.
1.2 billion?
I'm standing with mine. Like
You're 950 million. $1.9 billion.
Oh my gosh, almost 2 billion. That's crazy.
Almost $2 billion.
Dude, I freaking love this movie so much. Dude, almost $2 billion is crazy.
Yeah.
That's an insane
And then
amount
people
of
were
money.
like, "Oh, they're not going to make another Spider-Man movie." Are you joking?
I really
They
wanted
could-
them not to.
They could make a movie where Tom Holland shits in a bag, and then they'd still make like $1 billion from
They
it.
could turn Spider-Man Japanese and make him run everywhere.
Turn into a mech suit. God, that'd be so cool.
Wait. Imagine the
And
next movie that they think as everyone says is Tom Holland. They bring that guy back.
Because current Spider-Man
Dude.
doesn't have a life anymore.
Yeah.
He moved to Japan.
Yeah.
Makes a mech suit with Tony's technology.
It
And
starts.
then he's got a Gundam.
I
It's
like
Spider-Man Gundam.
I love the idea that it
It's
starts
so
with,
cool.
with Peter in his new apartment with a TV, and then it just zooms in on the TV, and then it just plays old episodes of the TV show for the entirety of the movie.
And then once they discover once Nick Fury discovers where he is, he looks out the window to see Nick Fury, and he goes, "Konnichiwa."
Can you imagine? Dude, can you imagine like the whole story comes up to the most insane situation where only Spider-Man can save them, but only Japanese Spider-Man can save them?
That'd be really awesome, actually.
I wish Japanese Spider-Man showed up in No Way Home and nobody understood him the whole time.
There's actually 4
And
Spider-Man.
like, hey,
and then just kind of ignore him.
after the fight's over, he shows up late because he has to run everywhere.
That's the end credit scene. Is just him sprinting to the fight and then just disappearing, so no one knows he disappeared.
Yeah, watch it in theaters.
Dude,
Watch it in theaters.
Watch it in theaters. I
Watch it in
agree.
theaters.
It's so good.
They'll probably
I
run
actually
it back
own
in
it.
theaters at some point.
Own it. I would own it. I do own it. It's so good. No Way Home is my favorite. I love it so much. This was a very I don't know, man. What a review. You guys got like slapstick silly.
This happens very easily over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something about
Own
your
it.
dreams being
Yeah,
more than you believe
hope
them
you,
to be.
Yeah. Let them be everything you wish they would be and more.
May your dreams be not just dreams, but realities.
Multiple realities of all your favorite characters coming together.
Let the dead speak and enemies kiss.
Each other's feet. Maybe? All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. How about that?
Hey. You look good over there.
Look real good.
Have you thought about sharing your kindness with others?
Share the love.
Maybe like the video. Click on that subscribe button. And show your friends.
Yeah, just touch it ever so lightly, that like button. Move over to the subscribe button. Maybe tap your keyboard just a little bit. Leave a comment. Bye.
That's it.